Good morning. It is December 26th. Not really, but we're doing December 26th today. God calling health and wealth, and God even had perfect rest. Let's just get right into it. God calling health and wealth. Be not afraid. Wealth and health are coming to you both. My wealth, which is sufficiently for your needs, and for my work you long to do. Money, as some call wealth, to hoard, to display, is not for my disciples. Journey through this world, simply seeking the means to do my will and work. Never keep anything you are not using. Remember, all I give to you will be mine, only given to you to use. Could you think of me hoarding my treasures? You must never do it. Rely on me. To store for the future is to fear it and to doubt me. Check every doubt of me at once. Live in the joy of my constant presence. Yield every moment to me. Perform every task, however humble, as at my gentle bidding. And for me, for love of me, so live, so work, so love, so work. You are the apostles of the little services. So December 26th, health and wealth. So it's really just talking about how we are put on this planet to work, and not just to work towards anything, to work towards meaningless material things, but to work for God, to work for other people, to help them get into the kingdom of heaven, and to help them find who Jesus really is. So God's saying that he gives us everything we need in life as tools. We have everything that we need. We're already supplied that just through being born alone. Like it says here, money, as some call wealth, to hoard, to display, is not for my disciples. He's saying that if you're a true disciple of God, money is no issue to you. It's not going to be a factor because you don't need that to do God's work. Journey through the world, simply seeking the means to do my will and work. Just right there. Never keep anything you are not using. So this reminds me a lot of when God was leading the Jews out of the Israelites. Why can't I think? The Israelites out of Egypt, right? When Moses was leading them out, they were all hungry. They were all starving. They were saying, "What, God?" It was like some little annoying kids on a road trip. Like, "Mom, I gotta pee. Mom, I gotta fart. Mom, I gotta poop. Mom." I don't know why they're all in the bathroom. Like, "Mom, I gotta eat a Slim Jim." And so he's really annoyed with them. Well, he's not annoyed with them, but they're all hungry, right? Which is understandable. And so God says, "I will give you food and I will give you water." So he rains, water comes out of stones, and then manna falls down from the heaven. And manna, if you guys don't know, it's like bread. It's like flaxseed bread. So they were getting food every day at a certain time. And God told them, eat as much as you can, but just don't take anything. Don't take what you don't need. So God is giving them exactly what they need for the exact amount of time, and he's going to supply them for the rest of the trip, for the rest of their journey. And then even after that, they're going to be supplied their whole life with whatever God has in store for them. But a lot of people started hoarding it. I don't know why I can't think this morning. Started hoarding it, started taking it in, and then they started keeping some in their pockets. And God told them not to do that. God told them to just take as much as they can. But people were scared, and people did not truly believe in God, even though he's making water come out of stones. Even though the only reason they had that food was in God in the first place, they started to lose faith in him, and they started to try to take power into their own hands, right? Because that's what a lot of us try to do as humans. We think that we are God. We think that we have the power to do anything we want, but without God, we're nothing. And so obviously that went bad, that went poor. God got angry. I'm pretty sure the manna turned to maggots in their pockets and ate through their clothing, and they were all walking naked. Something like that happened. But I gotta brush up on it. But this reminds me of that a lot. So God gives you everything you need all the time, but you just don't see it that way, and you're always seeking for more. So he's saying don't. He's saying calm down. Look at what you have. Look at what I've supplied you, and work with that. Work with these amazing things that I've given you, and build upon that. Build upon me through using his tools. Everything he gives you in life is a tool, right? It just matters if we twist it to our own, to fit our own lives, or if we use it in the way God intended. That last line, you are the apostles of the little services. Our jobs are to do God's bidding. Our jobs are to just be on this planet, to learn, to grow, and to become more godly. So we are apostles. We are all disciples of the Lord, and we are all set out. He gives us all the ability to do his great work. God even said perfect rest. Even my perfection could be no place of rest for weary souls. Rest in my love. No true rest but that. How much of earth's weariness is sin caused? Contact with my perfection would but make your sin seem the greater. The sight of it might truly spur you on the further effort, to further emulation, but rest, no. And so with the other attributes of divinity. But in my love, in that you can rest, pillowed like a tired child, a happily tired child, pillowed in security, cradled in a love tireless and limitless, in a love that will not only care for the weary and rest the weary, but will rest you until in the very strength of love you can face your life again. Rest in my love. Here alone is perfect rest. Rest for spirit, mind, and body. So This is called perfect rest. And this is obviously December 26th, day after Christmas. So it's still very leisurely time. And so God's really just giving it through to us. The first one, God calling, is all about work and about why we're here and how we're supposed to do God's bidding, how we're supposed to do God's work, right? And then the second one is about perfect rest, about how God is always going to be there for you. He's sending you out to do a mission, but he's always going to be there for you, supporting you. Even on the mission, like he says, he gives you all the tools that you need. All of your life is planned out. Everything is going to go just swimmingly if you are just truly believe and trust in God. But then even after that, God is there for you when you need times of rest, in times of need, in times of sadness, in times of just loneliness, when you feel like you have nothing, when you feel like you can't keep going. God is going to be there for you. He is that perfect rest. In finding God is finding true support, finding true love. God is like that cold pillow that you just love putting your head on. And then, sometimes it gets a little hot, right? Sometimes you might lose your way. You might try searching for other things, but he's always going to be there for you. A beautiful place for you to rest, right? So that's what this is talking about, December 26th. All I'd have to say about today is trust in the Lord with all your heart. Everything is going to go great. And he is there for you during times of great strides, during times of great endeavors, during times of trials, and he's there for you. We need to rest and when you need to just be, right? So I love you guys so much. God is the best. God is truly good. Jesus is jolly. And with that, I'll say amen.